What is something men go through that women will never understand? I'm a woman, but I know one I hear my husband discussing. My husband is 40. Shaved bald head and mostly grey facial hair. We were at one of our kids' track meets and he was taking pics. He actually then put his phone down because he said he was worried people will think he's a creepy old man taking pics of kids. He was taking pics and videos of his own daughter running but was worried people would think he was taking creepy pics of other kids. My husband is a good, kind man who happens to be bald with grey hair. But he's always worried about seeming creepy. That's never happened to me. I've never worried about anyone thinking I'm acting sinister or creepy when I'm just doing normal things. Might be more specific to me. But going through parents' divorce and dealing with social workers while being male, I constantly felt like they looked at me like I was a ticking time bomb that would one day become a monster like my father. Simply 'cause I was the oldest male sibling. I had a ton of trauma I had to deal with. But it felt like rather than helping me, most workers seemed to look at me like I was possibly dangerous. And they kept a tight watch on all my actions. Felt like I was constantly being punished just for being a normal teenage boy. I'd understand if I did something. But I never did anything out of the ordinary. I was just a kid who enjoyed school, playing video games, and was dealing with their parents' divorce. I remember one point. My siblings and I had to live in a woman's shelter with my mom. I swear that the people there seemed to hate me just for existing. And me, being a 12-year-old kid dealing with a ton of trauma, had no understanding why. Once was having a playful snowball fight with my family, only for one of the workers to see, ban me from any activities, tell me I was promoting violence against women, then restricted me to my room at all hours of the day for the remainder of my time there. It's been 20 years and I still think about it. Being expected to know how to fix everything. I can fix a computer, we can call a plumber. When you're taking a piss and the stream is a tight and well-defined arc plunging into the bowl, like an Olympic diver, then, out of nowhere the thing turns into a fucking Catherine wheel of urine spraying everywhere. Being afraid to interact with children lest you be chased off by irate mothers. I'm a big scary dude equals. I love kids and have a 2-year-old. And try to smile at kids that smile at me. I've only been yelled at once. But I've gotten a fair number of glares. I try to ignore them. I'm not doing anything wrong. Kids shouldn't be afraid of all men. I do not, however, speak to a child unless I have first made eye contact with a parent. Or that child appears to be in distress and there's no parent in sight. Being made to switch seats with a woman on a flight because they screwed up and sat you next to an unaccompanied minor. This is apparently not allowed for men. I fly a lot and this has happened to me twice in my life. They'll never know the joy of destroying a wad of toilet paper with their pee stream. The urge to scream, I swear I'm not following you, I'm just going in the same direction. While walking down an alleyway. The fear of appearing weak makes men emotionally inaccessible to each other. Attempting to piss with a boner. The stretch, Elvis shimmy we do to get our nuts unstuck from our thighs. Removed. Male pattern baldness. Having to change our penis every month and buy a new one. For some it regrows, those lucky fuckers. The awkward dance of letting a woman know you're interested in them, while simultaneously trying to convey that you are not a threat to them. All the while attempting to present a masculine demeanor. And somehow, be yourself. The fact that, when a man cries due to frustration or poor mental health, the common phrase they get to hear is, "Man up. Don't be a pussy. It just derails the entire train which was tumbling anyway. Edit. Since so many people are upvoting this, I want to share my story to spread out a message so no one feels alone. I'm a 24-year-old guy who was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety disorder back in 2020. When I was thoroughly diagnosed, my doc told me I've been in this state since 2017. It was like a pressure cooker building up, and in the year 2020 it became so pressurized that I failed a suicide attempt. I used to indulge in self-harm. I finally decided to do something about it and consulted a psychiatrist. He helped me though everything. I was officially put on meds for 2 long years, and finally in February 2022 I was told I can discontinue my meds. These 2 years have been life-changing. Please, if you feel alone, seek help. If you cannot afford to pay docs fees, there are many free support groups who can help. You can get you to a better place. I used to cry a lot despite being a guy because crying takes off the pressure. I had to cry in order to enjoy happiness. Talk to someone. You can talk to me as well. I'm all ears. Please don't take any desperate steps. You're worth it. If no one else has said this to you, I love you. You're a human with a limited amount of time. Please make the most out of your life. The chance of us being born is 1 in a 400 trillion. Your life isn't worthless. I value you. Please speak out. Sending lots of love, light and life on your way.